Hello, how are you? I'm gonna let Dina talk for a second while I try to download some pictures of something that happened with us today.
Hello. Well, let me tell you the story. So y'all know about a month or two ago that I had the hives. I broke out in my face and my neck and my chest and everything was itching. Well, it happened again about 3 days ago. And so I went back to the doctor today. They gave me a steroid shot and it hurt. And I asked them to give me a B12 shot too. So they did. And then I went out in the yard and this precious dog just came up to me. It's a looks like a miniature blonde lab, just as sweet as she could be. And we tried to find who it belonged to. And anyway, long story short, I opened the car door and I said, "Load up," and the dog got in. And so I took him to the vet that we take our dogs to and asked them could they keep him for the night until we could maybe find the owner. Well, I put it on Facebook and guess what? We found the owner. I'm excited. Although I did want to take that dog to my son. It was such a sweet dog. I should have just brought her home. But anyway.
Well, just a minute. I'm trying to download these and so I can.
Hello. Rhonda says hello.
Okay.
People. MH is in the house already? Yes, she is.
All right, hold on just a minute.
Let's see. Maddie's here. Lake Superior. Beach Bum. I'm sorry, my hip hurts where they shot me. Whew.
I downloaded the picture. I'm just trying to get it over to the to our.
Y'all would have wanted this puppy. Hey, Beach Bum.
Appreciate Beach Bum sending me a copy of that
yes.
court order today.
Yes. And Free Society is on here.
Free Society?
It says Free Society. Beach Bum.
I'm trying. Just give me just a minute.
Come on, get with it, boy. You're holding up progress. So, are y'all having gas shortages in your area? It's ridiculous. People are filling up totes with gas. Yes,
Craziness.
Beach Bum, go ahead and email me.
Yeah, here it is.
I can get emails. I've got my phone in here.
Okay, now I'm going to show you this dog because I know a lot of people say, "Oh, get on with the story. We're not here to see dogs and all that kind of stuff." But I'm frozen for some reason.
Oh.
There he is.
You want me to unfreeze
She is. Huh?
You want me to unfreeze you?
Yeah, try to unfreeze me. I'm frozen though. You can talk about the dog.
Oh,
You said.
Look at her. Her name, we found out her name is Aspen. Isn't she pretty? Kathleen, you're funny. I asked them if they have gas, and Kathleen said, "Yeah, she has lots of gas."
This is Aspen. She just popped in the car, went right up to my wife, just like I call her the dog whisperer because she used to not be that way, but she is the dog whisperer right now. I don't know why, but.
Hey, May. Y'all, I may have told y'all this before, but we were at an outdoor auction.
Something's wrong with my thing. Okay, go ahead.
We were at an outdoor auction. They were auctioning off this piece of property, and we were there. And it was pouring down rain, and I was under the tent, and there was probably about 100 people there. And these 5 wet dogs came and sat down right in front of me and were looking at me like I was supposed to
take me to your leader.
Yeah. So I was like, "What? I don't have anything." And I told them, go away. And anyway, they didn't go away. They just sat there, and I had to get up and leave.
All right, let me tell you something. This weirdest thing today. I've really researched about this missing baby since last night because it's really been on my mind real bad. I couldn't get it off my mind that they did not have much information. Well, I'm going to show you why they don't have much information. Show you an interview with the parents. And I'm going to tell you what the parents have said the best I can. And then I'm going to show you an interview they had. It's the weirdest interview I've ever seen. The absolute weirdest. And to see what you think of it. I'm only going to play part of it, and we're going to talk and play part of it because if I don't want to get a copyright strike, but there's no way for me to not have to play this thing. But here's the baby again, 1-month-old baby. What the parents said, the best that I could get is the mother and the father were with the child and their other child. They had one more child at the house that night. Then for whatever reason, the father takes the baby to the store and possibly leaves it in the car. That's what I got out of it. They possibly left it in the car and the baby's gone. I personally think that they may, is just purely my opinion, but I would not be surprised, let's put it that way, that they don't have an arrest come out of this for one of the parents. Just from what you will see in this. They almost speak on camera like they're intoxicated or something, but they're with the sheriff's department and the FBI is out there also. I think this is a sheriff's department that talks on this. It's about 5 minutes long, but it's worth us watching some of it. I had to record my screen, so you'll see this is some of it up there. And I hope I get a volume.
That's the parents.
Yeah. Let me see if we get a volume. I hope so. Well, it just went off. Try it again.
Well, I heard it when you were taping it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to go try to download this again because you've got to hear this guy on here. He just talks like this. Well, I don't know. Everybody knows no way. You know who you are. And I mean, he's just really, really strange. And I know some people can't talk on camera. I know that. But this guy, if you ever saw this,
so what you think there's something happened to the baby in the house and they probably
yes, yeah. Or either he got, baby 1 month old, they cry a lot. So maybe something happened there. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna go up here and try to download this other section of it. That's the one I want. Hold on 1 second here.
What 2 dogs do you need to find a home for, Beach Bum? I got a cat. I'll trade you.
I give away my cat.
I know. Roses.
All right, let me go back over here.
Mary Rose, I don't know if the baby was. I don't know.
It is a bad situation to say the least. Baby was 1 month old, and it's obvious the father had custody of the baby when he went missing. That's what they're saying. And I mean, custody is he was with the father in the car. They both were, apparently the husband and wife both are, let's see, that's not quite it. Come on. Well, maybe it is. Hold on a minute. No, that's not it. This is a weird, strange way that I'm having to download this because I don't know what the problem is right now with this. Let me go back over there, and I apologize for this. It's just it's about 7 minutes long.
Mary Rose, I agree. I think if the dad said he took the baby to the store and he was alone, I don't know of any dad that would take his 1 month old baby to the store. None.
Yeah.
There are probably some out there, but not. That's like the wife calling the husband to go get mascara from Walmart.
Yeah.
It ain't happening.
Give me just a minute.
MH, if you look back, this has been going on since Sarah invited Hagar to go into her husband and she had Ishmael. That's how far back this battle in Israel goes.
Yeah, it's a bad situation for Israel.
It's a very bad situation. And the central bank wants to start a war. Boom, I said it.
Okay, don't say anymore. Okay.
I won't say no more. Just say.
Okay. All right. Oh, man. The file's too big. That's great.
Yeah, I agree. You might take the baby for a ride, but I would think the mom would. I don't know. The mom would take the baby for a ride.
If I can get this to working, I'll try to do it. And if nothing else, maybe put it on our community page. That might be the best of the video. But the dad, honestly, when he's on camera, he says just like this. Well, we really would like to have the baby back, and I don't know if you know where he's at, then you know, and you know.
But
It's the strangest thing.
Okay, let me ask you something. So the dad took the baby and went somewhere, but he doesn't know what happened to the baby?
No, he doesn't remember what he said. In his press conference, he said, I don't remember what happened.
Did he get attacked?
No, it's more like he might have left the baby in the car, is what I gathered.
Or he may have been high as a kite.
Yeah. I'm going to try. This is so important. Give me just one more minute.
Okay,
no.
Ginger says her husband took the baby everywhere. Ginger.
Well, you wouldn't leave it in the car, though.
That's one. I have to tell you, I've never heard that before, never seen that before. But hey, you got a good husband if he takes the baby everywhere by himself. That's a daddy that wants to be in
I will just have to download it in what I'll do is download it to the page, because it's so important that you see that. This StreamYard won't let me do but 200 megabyte video, which is a lot bigger than they used to. They used to only do 20, but it's still.
I have a question.
Hold on one second here. Share button at the bottom of the page lets you share videos of any size for future broadcasts. Okay, well,
Ginger,
I'll see that.
You said your husband took the baby everywhere. Was this your first child? And did he take your first child when the child was a month old? Just out by himself? I mean, I'm just asking because, you know. Oh, it's her second husband.
Okay. Yeah, this is way too big. It's 1 gig. The thing is, so we'll discuss what everyone will discuss tonight, and I'll try to put it on our community page, because you've got to see this video. I will do my best to do that when we get off here. But this child, they had another child in there, and I can understand if I had a 1 month old and I wanted to take the baby with me to the store. That's not what we're saying. As long as you take the baby inside the store with you, don't leave it in the car. And he says on there during this press conference that he doesn't remember what happened. He doesn't know what happened. So it would almost be, and I can't believe the FBI and the sheriff's department let him say all this stuff unless they're trying to let him hang himself out there, because I don't understand it. You'll have to watch this film, and it may just be that he does not know how to talk on camera, but he says, I don't remember what happened. I took him to the store and I don't know what happened. If you have the information, you know who you are, and I don't remember.
He doesn't remember Ginger.
He doesn't remember what happened. And now, like I said, I'll post it on our community page, the video. And it's like 1 gig long. That's why I can't play it on here. I probably should have put it in but I'll be honest with you, I was running late tonight, so I didn't have time to hack it up. I probably could have put it in 3 or 4, or at least show just what he said, because the sheriff's department said they received a call, and here's the parents. And I've never seen a guy talk on camera so muddled and so confusing. And the press didn't ask him anything, basically. They asked him 2 questions. That was it.
He was afraid to ask.
I don't know. It was weird. He kept trying to get somebody to talk. He'd stand back, say, it was weird. It was just really, really weird. Okay, let's talk about a few. This one's posted on a website in Canada. A girl posted on one of the missing Indigenous women's website. This really beautiful girl, and says, this is weird too. Has anybody in Edmonton area seen or heard from my sister, or know her whereabouts? She's still missing. Haven't contacted the family. This is in 20 hours ago. And very unusual for her. Anna Love Steinhall,
Elena.
Elena
Yeah, Elena
Loves
Steinhauer.
I don't have any recent pictures of her, but I know somebody knows something about her and just doesn't want to come forward to tell me or our family. So please, if you could, help us bring my sister home safe and okay. A missing person report will be filed. Hey, file one now, get the police involved.
24 hours, see.
Bull. That's horse manure. Excuse me.
Hey.
Excuse me.
I'm on this side. I'm in your corner.
Right, but on this side. You don't have to, we've talked about this before. You don't have to be 24 hours. That's a bunch of malarkey, as somebody says. Okay, this is a bunch of malarkey.
Okay. I love you, but you get really loud when you get up.
Well, it's just aggravating that people are so stupid to think 24 hours.
Well, I always heard it had to be 24 hours.
Well, but that's wrong. That's just something you see on TV.
That, so you know.
That's something you see on TV. This is a 3-year-old that Arden Pinion's disappearance. They have since that first came out and said it's a recovery before they even did anything. But what they're saying is Brandon, Montana, despite first responders' best attempts, 17 days has passed since the 3-year-old Arden Pinion went missing in Blackfeet Nation, with teams scaling back the search last week. Her family's taking things into their own hands. Way to go.
Yes.
So who said so? Still no sign of little Adrian. Arden, her grandparents.
Irene and Antonia.
Go ahead.
Say they are preparing a camp for volunteer searchers. After local law enforcement scaled back their efforts. Y'all, this is the one that they did not even put out an Amber Alert on. This 3-year-old.
Yeah, but they can't, Dana. That's what I've got to back as. Amber Alerts are only when you have a vehicle. That's the only time they'll put one out, because they didn't even put one out for that 3-year-old, that 1-month-old. Because how you gonna? The Amber Alert is over the airways, be on the lookout for Amber Alert with a car or something, a person. They don't have nothing. They can't. I mean, what are you going to do? Just a little girl?
Okay, an 18-month-old baby girl currently missing in Phoenix. Vehicle was stolen with her in it. Vehicle recovered, but the baby wasn't.
Well, Phoenix has got more kidnappings in any city in the United States, supposedly.
Yeah. Okay, so it says there with no signs of Arden. Her grandparents, Irene and Antonio, said they are preparing a camp for volunteer searchers after local law enforcement scaled back their efforts. I was just really disheartened because they didn't have no command post anywhere. Arden's grandmother said. Both she and Antonio said Arden was an adventurous sweetheart, always eager to try things herself. She just never sat still in the house. She was always curious. The 3-year-old said the 3-year-old grandfather. She said the 3-year-old's grandfather. She would dress herself up if she could, but they could only feel disbelief when they first heard the news mid-April, wondering how that bright little girl could go missing. My daughter Clarissa called me at 6 a.m. in the morning. I just couldn't believe it, said Irene. After looking around for 10 days straight, the Blackfeet law enforcement said in a press release they had a contingency plan for further searches. For future services. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. There has to be a way.
However, Irene and Antonio tell Montana right now they're worried as officers juggle other missing person cases. Yes, I agree. That's kind of, every day we've been going up and down to Joe Show East Road, and we don't see any vehicles around, she said. Irene, they said Game and Fish would go down and they would be checking, but we haven't seen them. When they scale back, there are nobody left. MRN tried reaching out to local police, and but they hadn't gotten any comment yet as of this writing of this article, and most law enforcement out and searching around for families missing loved ones. They must have a whole lot missing in the Blackfeet Nation there. We talked about a lot of them. They plan on setting up camp about 10 a.m. Tuesday by Catholic Missions Church near Joe Show Road and 2 Medicine Road, giving food supplies to everyone willing to help look for Arden. Basically weather conditions, dangerous animals like bears around Joe Show Road. They told everyone searching to watch out for weather conditions and bears. And let's just hope and pray that the bears have not been the culprit in this situation. Oh, let's see here. Did I copy the wrong thing? No, this is another one that was sent to me by email. Adamsville, Alabama. The search continues for Adamsville man. Was at last seen on March the 19th in Birmingham area. Joseph, how you pronounce that, Dana?
I'm sorry. Intricans? I don't know.
Last known whereabouts
Joseph
near
E.
St. Vincent's Hospital at 1600 block at 12th Avenue. We've been there before. Birmingham Police Department said the investigation is still ongoing. They've searched the wooded areas with canines, obtained surveillance video from businesses, checked the neighborhood jails, hospitals, asking for Joseph. However, it's been over a month and there's been no solid leads in Joseph's whereabouts. Investigators say they are unsure if he's still in Birmingham metro area, as he doesn't have known ties. Joseph's family and friends want answers, and their beloved son, brother, and father. Awesome big heart, big old country boy. Loved his family, loved his little girl, Izzy. That is his heart, said, I guess that's his mother. Loved ones still searching for answers after he was last seen checking himself out of treatment program in St. Vincent's Hospital. So obviously it says Joey has some mental issues. He's bipolar and has some hard days, said Carol. Family and friends begin to fear the worst. Joseph still hasn't been seen or heard from since March 19th. I've never gone that long without talking to my child. His bank account is full of money. He hasn't touched it, and there's a red flag for me. But he could be in the homeless community.
Did you tell what happened?
Not yet.
Okay.
He could be in the homeless community, and I'm sure that possibly that she may not mind us telling you this, but since this, we were supposed to possibly have her online, but since the writing, and we've talked to her. No, we have not talked to her, but a friend of hers talked to her. She has had another sibling die.
No, her son.
Her other son died.
Yeah.
So I don't know the cause of death, but so she's really dealing with some hard times. And this guy sounds like he could very well be within the homeless community. This is him right here. He's 33 from Adamsville, seen on March the 19th, right there near Fellowship House. And I don't know if that's a drug treatment or some type of mental facility. Go ahead.
Justine says Erica Hernandez, found in her submerged vehicle. Family is doing a presser right now.
Who was found?
Erica Hernandez. Oh,
okay.
Was that the mother? Was Erica the mother of those children that were on the other night that we played the video of? Is that the mother of 3 that delivered something late one night? Is that who you're talking about? Just me? Come on.
Well, I'll go with this next one. These Birmingham posted these right here. These are two missing people
Yes, that
in
was
Birmingham.
the mother of three. That we saw the video of those children crying, wanting their mother back. There was a teenage boy, teenage girl,
Yeah.
and a little. Oh my gosh.
That's awful. These two are the boy that we just talked about, and this other girl is missing from Birmingham. The girl here is Shunsha. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm worse than anybody about names. Hayes, 34, of Birmingham, was last seen Thursday, April the 29th, 21. She is said she was in the 600 block of 3rd Avenue West. 5'6", 200 pounds, known to be wearing unknown what she's wearing or what she was when she was last seen. She is known as several colorful berets in her hair. She's always known to have several colorful berets in her hair. She's also been missing since April, the last of April. And you wonder how I ever talked on the radio and told dispatch what the first names of everybody. If I didn't know the name, I spelled it. In most cases, I spelled it anyway. But this is a picture of both of them. They're both missing in Birmingham. I also wanted to touch on this.
He's got some pretty eyes.
Yeah, he's got prettiest. I also wanted to touch on this. Dateline, of course, we've covered a lot of stuff that Dateline's done. But they just recently put out this. 4 years of Dateline missing in America, and still 90 are still out there missing. Read and share this story. Someone somewhere saw something. If you know someone who is missing, send us a message on Facebook, email, and Dateline. Contact us at NBCUNI.com. And these dots here might be several that are missing, but most
90,
you see,
they will show 90.
yeah, 90 of the missing from that Dateline has covered in the last 4 years are still missing. There's still a lot of them, but you can see of this. And I just brought in some to cover some that we had covered too. Dateline NBC social and digital series Missing in America began in December 5th, 2013, following a question the night before to our Facebook community. Do you know anyone who has simply vanished? The response was overwhelming. Since the first post every Monday, we have featured a story of a different missing person brought to our attention from a member of an online community. So every Monday, that's 4 Mondays, well, 52 Mondays in a year. So 4 times 52 would be 212, around there. So 90 out of 212. So that's pretty good odds of being found, I guess. On the 4th anniversary of our series, nearly half of those features are still missing. Several have had someone charged in connection with their cases. In others, the person has been convicted of their murder, but they still have not been brought home. Please take a moment and read and share. Now, these stories. Now, I did not go through here and just pick out. I didn't go to pick out 90 because we'd be here till tomorrow morning.
I won't be.
Hold on, somebody messaged me real quick. Okay. But anyway, I did pull out a few though that we have covered or had not covered in the past. This one here was California 5. 2010, 2011, 2011, 2013, and 2013. Despite active pursuits on social media, many years now, the families of 5 young men who went missing in San Francisco, California area over the past several years still have few answers. Jackson Miller disappeared on May 2010. Cameron Rainier missing October 2011. Sean Dickerson missing December 2nd, 2011. I guess it's Christian Hughes, missing February 7th, 2013. Sean Siddy, missing May 21st, 2013. All vanished from various parts of San Francisco without a trace. Leads and searches have unearthed virtually no clues in their cases, but members of their family have banded together to help in the search efforts and cope with a shared emotional pain. So 5 right there in San Francisco that are missing and not found. This one here, this girl, she looked familiar, and that's why I covered her. The last time I saw Rebecca Henderson Polk was on the afternoon, Tuesday, September the 8th, 2015, a local business in Meridian, Mississippi. Now, I have spent over 10 days in Meridian, Mississippi, or a week in Meridian, Mississippi, at the air base in a narcotics training class up there. Meridian is kind of a small town in Mississippi. It's got an air base by it, though, Naval Air Station, actually. Several days after the 26-year-old's last seen, her vehicle was found abandoned in a rural area not far from her last unknown whereabouts. Excuse me. Oh, man. Got the yawn today.
Okay, Free Society. Thomas has done UK missing people.
I have.
Yeah, he has.
I have covered. I have covered people in England and around London, around Australia, some of the islands, and I am open to doing them anywhere in the world. If you have someone you want me to cover or have information about someone, just email it to the missing livestream at gmail.com, the missing livestream at gmail.com, and I will be glad to feature that. We've covered Canada, United States, South America. We've covered Europe, Australia, and South Africa also.
Don't type anything.
Inside where the number inside, let me see, inside where the number of her valuables, personal items, including her laptop, cell phone, were found in a nearby field. There's appeared to be a break in the case when police questioned John Bentley Posio Jr., 57, after he was arrested for unrelated misdemeanor charges. He is considered a person of interest as he was the last person known to have seen Rebecca before she vanished. But after searches of his home, no evidence was found linking him to her disappearance. Rebecca's family continues to offer a $5,000 reward for information leading to Rebecca. She's a real pretty girl to have just vanished off the face of the earth. And that's our email right down there at the bottom below where I'm at, the missing livestream at gmail.com. Send me it. I'd be glad to cover anything, anywhere on earth. Okay, this is Tyra Williams. She was last seen the afternoon of January 7th, 2016, walking in the parking lot of her apartment complex, Greensboro, North Carolina, where the 19-year-old lived with her family. She left on foot to go to see a friend, but never returned home. Officials have said they were able to use her cell phone GPS tracker to confirm she made it to her friend's apartment and appeared to be heading back home when she disappeared. Family members insist Tara would never have run away, and she say she is planning to start classes soon in early childhood development at Guilford Technical Community College nearby. And basically, she just vanished. She went over to her friend's house. I read something more about this case, was headed home, and she just disappeared. So obviously, she either probably got in a car with somebody or somebody snatched her.
Yeah, I was going to say somebody snatched her.
Yeah, Elaine was missing for about a year, but her mother will not give up hope. This last time anyone has seen the 20-year-old was in early morning hours of Saturday, January 28, 2017. Elaine had driven to her on again, off again boyfriend family's home in Carlsbad, or whatever that is. And the previous evening, Elaine's mother said the young man told her that Elaine had suffered some type of panic attack around 4 a.m. the next morning. He said despite his efforts to have her stay, Elaine drove off in her car. Surveillance images from the property show Elaine's car leave the home, although authorities aren't certain who was driving. 3 days later, Elaine's 2015 Honda Accord was spotted parked on the shoulder of the Pacific Coast Highways in Malibu. The vehicle was unlocked. Her keys were in the ignition. I bet somebody's hoping it would get stolen. Authorities found Elaine's cell phone and other personal belongings inside the car. Anyone with information regarding this case is urged to call the Glendale Police Department. Okay. And that's very sad.
Mystic Firefly said, do you do more for these cases than just mention their names? We do. We reach out to family members. We invite them to come on and to make their family member that's missing more real to people. And also that if they have GoFundMe pages, we help raise money there for them. So yes, it's not just mentioning a name.
But unfortunately, we're not boots on the ground. And even when we start in an RV, I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to a city and do boots on the ground, because that is not what we plan to do in our RV. And I'm not telling you that won't happen. We might in some cases, but at the current state, I'm going to say no.
Well,
for a lot of reasons.
Because you're retired police.
Right.
So I mean,
I don't want to get in the way. Plus, there is a whole lot of reasons why I would say that I'm not going to do that. There's other people that are a lot younger than me. And if they want to look AK, Tube Crime, Dusty, Tiger Crime, all those guys, they're look younger than me. And if they want to get out there and do that kind of stuff, hey, I'm all power. I'll support them, even financially. But I just don't feel like I'm at my age. I've done that, been there, done that. I got the T-shirt. I've done it in the field as a police officer for over 33 years. I'm not itching to go out there and do it again. If I wanted to do that again, I'd still be in law enforcement. You know, if I wanted to go out and pursue it on foot and try to hunt a lot of these stuff down, I would still be doing law enforcement.
Okay. Mystic's youngest son is missing. Maybe that's why she said, do you do more than just...
You know, I will do anything I can as far as I would love to talk to you about it, have you come on, tell us about it. We'll help spotlight your GoFundMe page if you have one. I can even recommend people, if you need somebody, private investigation services, you know, I could probably steer you in that direction. I prefer not to come out with an all outs recommendation, but you know, what I would suggest you do is, if the police cooperate as much as possible with the police, put out flyers, try to get a GoFundMe page up to put out like billboards, contact all of their friends. If, you know, the police are going to contact them too, but I would contact them as a parent. I'd contact all of our friends. I would write everything you talk to, anybody you talk to, write it down. You know, there's a whole lot of things that you can be very proactive in doing. In a notebook, so that you can
name down, you talk
everything. Get everybody, go to the local news stations, the newspapers, and tell them that, hey, I want to talk about my son that's missing.
Okay, and you know another thing you could do, and I hate to say this, but this would be a good thing. He's been missing since 2010. He was born in 1986. Do a DNA test and put it in the wherever the ancestry.com, wherever that the police, if they find, you know, if he's arrested or
has the police, what have the police told you I mean, about your case. I mean, have they come out and said, we've done all that we can on this case? I mean, you want to tell us a little bit about it? I can even send you a link right now, Mystic, and have you come on if you'd like to, and share your story with us right now. Would you like me to do that? All you got to do is give me your email address and I'll send it to you.
Yes. And if you can do that, Mystic, and come on.
If you want to do that, or if you want to wait
till our channel a long time, and
you can do it now. You can wait till Friday. You can do it later, or it does not matter. Anytime that you want to. Do they think that he is? They tell you he's where he is.
He's somewhere.
They do not tell me where he is. Have they contacted him? And they are telling you that he does not want to be found? Is that what you're telling me?
Okay, so
because unfortunately, if the police have contacted him and he says, tell my mom I'm okay, but I don't want to be found, or they've contacted him and they've sure, that they say that we found that he is, they found out that they found him, everything's okay with him, they're sure he's not mentally unstable, but he says he does not want to be found. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about it. And I understand that at that point, that is what happened. Is that what you're telling me? I'm very sorry. Now, here's what you can do. You can hire a private investigator, and I would say he probably could find him pretty easy. He could find him for you. Now, what he could do is give you his address, and then you could do what decision that you want to do about it. But it's like I said, you can actually disappear. Unfortunately, everybody has that right to just go and not be contacted. So, I mean, I can't. I mean, I really, man, I'm sorry for you if that's the situation.
He's schizophrenic.
Yeah. Well, and I understand that he's schizophrenic and he won't get help. But, here's another thing. If you believe that he is in a schizophrenic state, mentally unsound, as a parent, if you know where he's at, if you can find him through an investigator or whatever, you can have him committed, involuntarily committed as a parent. If you knew where he was, you could go to that county and you go to a judge and try to have him involuntarily committed so that he could get right and get well. Now, will that help the relationship? I have no idea, because unfortunately it does sometimes, and other times it does not. But a private investigator can find him through all kinds of websites that have his driver's license number, through an address, through tracking him down, doing this what they call a skip trace on somebody. They can probably find him, and it probably wouldn't take a whole lot of money. But going out there and contacting him or having a judge commit him, then sometimes that drives a further wedge into the situation, and other times it might help him too. It might get his head on straight. So that's just an idea. But you can call somebody's private investigator and they'll tell you how much it costs and whether or not they can do it. Okay. Well, I don't know what Mike can do for you. He probably can. He probably can do something if he wanted. He has the sources to do that. Okay, Okay, I just covered that one. This one I thought was kind of interesting. This is a couple that actually vanished the way I read it. Texas friends of Chrislyn Gibson and Sydney Taylor, both 35 at the time, disappeared on April the 2nd, 2016, while on a trip to Austin, Texas. The friends were both live in Houston, where were in town for attend an urban music festival. They were staying with one of their Sydney's cousins for the weekend. They headed into a club late that Friday night with a friend, but never returned. That friend was later arrested for unrelated firearms charges. The day after Chrislyn and Sydney disappeared, Sydney's 2010 Dodge Charger was found abandoned in the parking lot in the Midtown District back in Houston. Chrislyn was a single mother of a young son, and Sydney is married father of 4. So what does that sound like right there? He's a married father of 4. She is with him, a married father of 4. That could have been anything. You know,
Yeah,
they could have been a jealous wife.
It says friends. They were friends.
Yeah, but hey, Dina, I think I'll go out with a girl over here this weekend to a club out there.
Fine.
Is that okay?
That is fine, because I've got a friend that has a tractor. I can borrow it and I can dig a hole in the backyard. And when you come home, I'll just help you into it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It may be nothing. It may be. I don't know. This one also, Jonathan Resno and Aubrey Moran, yes, has been missing since May 10th of 2017. That's my daughter's birthday and our anniversary. Coastal, California, Audrey's 26, told her family that morning that she was heading out to pick up her boyfriend, Jonathan, 28, who is also known as Jonathan Darling. That's unusual. He's got 2 names. Take him up to his home in Palm Desert. Police said it's unclear where Jonathan was last seen or with whom. On May 11th, friends and family don't reach out. May 11th, friends and family couldn't reach out to them and grew concern. Just one day later, authorities used OnStar to track down Audrey's 2010 GMC Terrain SUV. It had been parked abandoned alongside a highway. The SUV had nearly full tank of gas and no obvious signs of damage, according to police reports. Forensic analysis did not find any signs of foul play inside the vehicle. Both of the couple's cell phones are missing. There is a $10,000 reward for information that brings the couple home safe.
There's several couples missing.
Yeah.
Hey, you need to go back and read that last little bit.
What?
Go back and read it, starting at 7:48. Read it.
Did I mess it up?
No, you didn't mess it up. I got a friend on here.
What?
I got a friend willing to help me.
Wait a minute. Oh, in the chat?
Yeah, in the chat. I got a friend willing to help me.
7:48. If you need help. Yeah.
I got a friend.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, don't mess with me. Don't you be going out with other women.
I hear you.
After 48 years, you better not.
Yeah. 19-year-old Cornelia Suller was last seen
Look at those
early.
eyes.
She's a beautiful girl. Last seen the early morning of September 20th, 2017 in Haven Motel in Queens, New York. 2 months earlier in July, just as, and I'm going to just call it Cornelia, I don't know, was set to finish high school, she contacted her mom and said she had met someone who could give her a place to stay in New York City. Corner left for New York with just her cell phone ID and her clothes on her back. Her family fears that she has been entered into a sex trafficking ring against her will. New York City police say they do not know Cornelia's whereabouts, but the investigation is ongoing. Anyone has the information. Could have told her, I can, you're a model quality and we'll make you a model. And I promise you, I will make you a movie star. And they get them up there and they drug them and put them into sex trafficking because she's got that, that blonde hair, blue eyes type, good looking girl. So, she's a beautiful girl, and that's what the ones I worry about. But yeah, if you know somebody that's missing and you're in a different country than the United States, send us the information, all the information you can, maybe locally. If you know their parents, we will Skype with them.
Yeah.
We will send them, we can send them a link. This is, as far as I know, as long as they're on the internet, I can hook up with them on here.
Also,
I can, like I said, I can Skype, I can Zoom, I can do anything. Go ahead.
Also,
no, I did that on purpose. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Y'all, I'm about to knock him out, and y'all gonna witness it. I don't know if it's an awful allergic reaction. I haven't done anything different, but I tell you, it itches. I can tell you that. So anyway, what I was going to say is, remember, we made an offer. If anybody on here would like to come on live with us,
hey, you don't have to talk about a missing person. We can talk about stuff,
you can come on and tell the joke about the molasses.
Yeah, and if you do that, then I'm going to tell what you said in church.
Okay. I didn't say it.
Yeah, you did.
So anyway. Well, thank you, Maddie. But anyway, if somebody wants to come on, please come on, and we'll put you right in the middle.
You need to email
who?
Julie about your condition. She said email her.
Julie is not on here tonight. I know.
She
but
was.
I went and got a shot, and that needle was that long.
Oh.
About that big. Well, it felt like it.
Yeah, that's the same place I went when I had the flu or whatever it was earlier this year.
Yeah, T.S. Jackson, I'm worried the girl could have been trafficked.
Yeah, absolutely. Also. And if you want to see the back door of human trafficking, it's very easy to see in your neighborhood, in your own neighborhood. There's a website called Backdoor, I think it is. Craigslist used to do it, and Craigslist got in trouble for it. But I think it's Backdoor. And what it is, even Craigslist still does a little bit of it. And they have male for male, female for female, and they have all kinds of escort services on there. But I think it's Backdoor, but it lets you see what's in your area anyway. We used to post pictures, not pictures, but ads on there, and then when people would try to meet up, we'd arrest them.
Okay.
Because it's a trafficking site.
Jasmine says, I don't know the name, but a missing young mother has been found in a trafficking situation in Tijuana, rescued on the way to try to get her. But she's so strung out, she doesn't know her own name. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, see, that's one way they do. They get them all addicted to drugs, heroin, meth, and normally it's heroin because heroin doesn't mess your face up like meth does. They'll get them addicted to heroin, and meth messes up your body. You get sores all over it because of all the chemicals involved in it. Red Devil Lye, pseudoephedrine, lithium battery strips.
What did Beach Bum say? Beach Bum must have said something about. Beach Bum, what did you say about muscadines? Beach Bum said muscadines. Okay. Have y'all, who is the guy? Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah.
Was married to Denny Moore. What was her name? Demi Moore. Demi Moore. He has really gotten into
anti-sex trafficking stuff.
Have you heard that song? If y'all have,
Whoops.
If you haven't,
excuse me.
What?
Accident mashed the button and a picture went up there that I didn't mean to put up there. It was that guy from earlier.
Okay. If you have Lauren Daigle sings a song. Oh, y'all, I know you know it. The song about You're Not Alone. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of good work. And, you know, when you hear him talk about these young ladies and children that are trafficked, he goes to weeping. I mean, he's not doing this, you know.
No, he's put a lot.
Yeah.
He's put a lot of his time and money into it.
I'm gonna find that song and put it up here for y'all, because that song, the first time I heard her sing it, I thought that that song was written for this particular reason.
Okay, well, we appreciate everybody coming on here tonight.
Let me get this on there before. Don't run off.
What?
Talk just a little bit more. Let me find that song.
You can't put it on here.
Well, I can put it in the comments.
Yeah, because if you put it on here, we'd a copyright strike.
I'm gonna put it in the comments. Oh, you get so excited. Okay. All right, listen. After we go off, I want you to listen to this song. Y'all, tell me this does not represent what we are trying to do. I've sent Lauren a message. I doubt she got it, but I tried, saying that she ought to make sure. MH said, "It's amazing how Thomas is so bad with names, and yet he recalled Demi Moore's name so quickly." Yeah, listen, when our daughter was about 4 years old, she used to say she didn't want Connie Chung to come to Huntsville because Daddy would leave us for Connie Chung.
That's crazy.
He loved Connie Chung.
Yeah, I did like Connie Chung.
She's still pretty.
She is still a pretty lady.
Okay, y'all click on that and go watch that when we're done. I want y'all to see that.
And you let us know Friday what you think.
Yes.
And we are gradually getting out of our house. Very gradually. We're going to be.
Yes.
We're actually going to be in Nashville Saturday.
All right, TS, y'all need to come over here to Boaz, and then I'll get you some of my wine, because I really don't want to take it up to my dad's. But y'all got to come get it, because I'm not bringing it to Georgia. I ain't got time. We're supposed to be out of the house next Friday, so next week
we're going to be slammed. If we do miss a night next week, it's because we're on just for a little bit. We are going to be slammed next week. We're going to get everything out. And even this weekend, I've taken a good bit of stuff to Nashville. So I was just looking around. My son's getting my lights. He's getting this table that everything's sitting on. So we do it from the RV or outside.
I'll you a bottle of wine.
And a whole bunch of other stuff. So beds and all kinds of things. But anyway, y'all have a good night. And we love y'all. And y'all take care of yourself, and we will see y'all back on Friday. Good Lord willing.
I'm not kidding. If you can get over here, I'll load you up. Not just with wine, but I can load you up. I'll even let you take Tommy for a whip so I can get the house cleaned out. Because every time I try to get rid of something, he's like, "No, we might need that." Y'all, this is no lie. We're going to show you the RV, the inside and the underneath when we get finished. I have 4 cabinets left that I can put stuff in. And if I took you through my house right now, you'd go, where's all that stuff?
Yeah, right. Because we still got to find a place for the dog food and the cat food. Yeah, that's number 1. And also toilet paper. Oh my gosh. And something else. Toilet paper now. And you got some blankets and stuff here too. Yeah, plus we got to get everything back to Mindy. But y'all, I told Maggie the other day, she was standing there looking at me, and I said, "Maggie, you do realize that I have no room in the RV for food." And she turned her head sideways. She was looking at me like, what? My food? I tried to film it, but Thomas okay. Well, we will. We are praying for y'all. Absolutely, and we will see y'all on. Y'all pray for us. Pray this stuff goes away on my. And Julie, if you're here, you can send Dina an email about that. Maybe you know what's going on with it. So anyway, we will see y'all Friday. We love y'all. Beach Bug.